The Seattle Seahawks made 8 selections in the 2020 NFL Draft, having 2 in the 4th round, and having 2 of something was a common theme for Seattle throughout this draft. They drafted 2 edge rushers and 2 tight ends. Guard Damian Lewis out of LSU in the 3rd round, to me, was a very good grab as he helped strengthen them on the offensive interior. Running back DJ Dallas out of Miami was an underrated selection. I like his game a lot as he got the capability to serve in a multitude of roles on his offense. And Darrell Taylor out of Tennessee, the edge rusher, is a strong point of attack player who does a great job of setting the edge in the run game. What I liked most about the Seahawks draft was linebacker Jordan Brooks out of Texas Tech. Every time you watch the film, Brooks was consistently making plays, displaying the elite sideline-to-sideline speed that you want to see from your linebackers. His game reminds me a lot of current Seahawk Bobby Wagner. Now, many pundits were surprised to see him go in the 1st round, but I wasn't, because Brooks makes impactful plays, and those that are able to consistently do that tend to go higher in the draft. Alden Robinson out of Syracuse had a lot of buzz heading into the 2019 college football season and sort of took a back seat to other pass rushers as the season rolled along, but he's still a very good prospect and edge rusher who has quick and concise hands to get past an offensive lineman. So I will be interested to see how the Seahawks utilize him in their defensive line rotation this upcoming season. Sullivan is a prospect that has upside. He's coming off of a standout week at the Reese's Senior Bowl where he proved to be a tough matchup for defenders. I mentioned his upside a few seconds ago. It's because he came into LSU as a wide receiver before making a switch recently to tight end. So there's still a ton of room for him to grow his game in that regard. Where he can make an immediate impact though as a rookie for Seattle is in his ability to run routes like a wide receiver, making him almost an immediate mismatch against linebackers and some safeties. I'm a big fan of Chris Miller's game out of Baylor. He was our number 2 free safety prospect in the draft class. He has elite range and acceleration. He's able to get from the deep third to the line of scrimmage in an instant. He closes quick on the receiver and the ball carrier and shows that he can deliver a great pop upon contact. He plays the game like you would expect the Seahawks defender to do so. Domwood Anderson out of Tennessee wasn't used a ton in the Volunteers passing game, but that doesn't mean he can't be a solid threat there as a pro. Where he makes his money though is at the point of attack with his blocking. He's got heavy hands to shock and control the defender at the line of scrimmage in the run game. Gavin Heslop out of Stony Brook is a very good blitzer coming off the corner. I like how consistent he is in that regard. He's the type of player who blitzes with a purpose. Now, from a coverage standpoint, he plays with length, and that helps him out at the line of scrimmage when he wants to play press coverage. I also like how he's able to quickly close on the ball carrier and the receiver when he's playing off. Eli Minster of Ualbany is another prospect who has upside. He was a wide receiver at Ualbany before making the move to defense and becoming one of the top pass rushers in the FCS. I think because of his speed and acceleration and his upside, he has a good chance to make the roster. I also feel like he's the type of guy that could be a stellar core special teamer. Right now, the Seahawks don't have a number 2 quarterback on the roster, so by default, undrafted rookie free agent Anthony Gordon out of Washington State has a chance to be that guy. He had a solid year with the Cougars and was able to parlay that into a Senior Bowl invite and a good performance in the game at the end of the week. So I think he throws the football really well on the move and seems to be what you would classify as a gamer. I gave the Seahawks a B+ for their draft. I like how they got defensive, looking to build that bully on the block again. They loaded up on point of attack players on both sides of the ball, and on the offensive side, they wanted to bolster the talent at tight end. So I say they did a good job in accomplishing both of those tasks this past April.